is adding negatives and subtracting negatives today. So we're going to rewrite plus a negative as subtraction. Subtraction. Thank you, dear. So again, remember subtraction is going to the left. So 3 plus a negative 8, we would go to the left 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That puts us where? -5. If you're looking at the numbers 8 and 3, what did we have to do with 8 and 3 to get 5? Subtract. We're always going to take the larger absolute value. So 8 minus the smaller absolute. Big minus little. 8 minus 3 is 5. Then we're looking at our signs. We're noticing we had more negatives than positives. So our answer is negative. Here, 11 plus a -8. Our signs are different again, so we're finding the difference. Big minus little. What's 11 minus 8? What's 11? 3. Good. Now, did I have more positives or more negatives? More positives. So my answer is positive. Now this is a little bit different, right? We're starting at -10, and are we going to the left or the right? Left. So we're getting more negative. So what do I have to do with the 10 and the 9 this time? Add them. I'm finding the sum because my signs are the same. Excellent. So 10 plus 9 is 19, and it's getting more negative. So our first one followed a different pattern, but all the rest of these follow this pattern because our signs are the same. We have a -8 and a -6. So our signs are the same, so we find the sum. That means we're adding them. What's 8 plus 6?
42.
14. And it's more negative. 7 and 7 is also 14. So if we're starting at -7 and going to the left, it's getting more negative. If we're starting at -2 and going to the left 3, it's getting more negative. Still more negative here. What's 12 plus 13? -25. What's 9 plus 6?
15.
Good. Negative at that. And 5 plus 13? 18. And negative. Now, if we rewrote adding the opposite or adding a negative as subtraction, we're going to rewrite subtracting a negative as what? Addition. It's the opposite of subtraction. So we're going to switch. We're going to keep the sign of the first, switch subtraction to addition, and switch the sign of the second number.
Yes.
So now, okay, you can keep switch or kiss, I guess, if you want to call it that.
I'm gonna kiss it.
All right. So now I have a negative and a positive. Up here I had a negative and a positive, and I had to find the difference because my signs were different. So I'm going to do the same here. If I'm starting at -4 and moving to the right 1, 2, 3, I'm left at a -1. So I got the 1 from the 4 and the 3 by doing what with them? subtracting. Good. I take my bigger absolute value minus my smaller. So 4 minus 3 is 1. I had more negatives, so I'm left with negative. All right, so all of these, we're gonna switch. When I have two negatives next to each other like that, I can switch. What's 7 plus 1? Nope. Hey, go the right way, right? Go to the right. Now, when I switch here, I have a negative and a positive. It does equal negative 15. When my signs are different, I find the difference. So I said 17 minus 2 is 15, and my bigger absolute value was negative. So I was still in the negatives. So the rest are going to follow the pattern of number 10. Switch. What's negative 9 plus 2? Excellent. Negative 7, because 9 minus 2 is 7. I have more negatives. Switch here for number 12. Nope. 8. Positive 8. Because we are saying 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. But my bigger number, I had more positives than negatives. I got to go with how I changed it. Here we're going to switch again. 11 minus 9 is 2, but I had more negatives. So my answer is negative. Switch here. 9 minus 3 is 6, and I had more negatives again. Switch. 10, and it is negative. Careful with your subtraction. 15 minus 5 is 10. I have more negatives. Negative 7. Excellent. Negative 7, because I have more negatives. So now they're mixing them up on us. Sometimes we're going to switch. Sometimes we're not. So let's think about this. Do we have to switch these? No, our signs are different, so I'm finding the difference. What's 12 minus 4? 8, and my bigger number is positive, so I'm keeping it the same. Here, my signs are the same, so what am I doing with the 7 and the 10? It is 17, but it is negative. So if I start at negative 7 and move to the left, I'm saying negative. Sorry, that sun is kind of being tricky. This is negative 10 plus negative 6. So this follows the same pattern as 18. So this is negative 16. This one follows a similar pattern to 17. Always refer back to what we've done, right? When our signs are different, we find the difference. What's 18 minus 16? 2. Positive or negative? Positive, because I have more positives. Negative 5 plus negative 4. This one looks like 19, right? So negative 9. If I start at negative 5 and I keep going to the left, I'm getting more negative. If I start at 13 and move to the left 9, I'm going to stay in the positives, but I'm getting less positive. What's 13 minus 9? 4. That's right. All right, we're almost done, guys. These are the ones that we have to do what to? Switch. What's 19 plus 12? I've heard somebody say it. 31. Switch here. Think, I'm starting at negative 22 and I'm moving to the right 6. Oh. Yep. Positive or negative? Negative, because I have more negative. So 22 minus 6 is 16. Careful, it's not 0, because we have to do what? Switch. Good, I heard someone say 20. Don't forget to switch. My signs are different, so I find the difference. 9 minus 3 is 6. And it's positive because I have more positives. Switch here. 23 minus 5 is, nope. It is 18, but we have more positives. So make sure you're showing that you switch. So you think of 23 as positive. Switch here. And you're at 9. Excellent. Yeah, for sure. Positive 9 though, right? Be careful. Make sure you're switching and showing that work so you know that they're both positive. When I've got 2 positive numbers, I should stay positive. All right, here comes the applications. Kelsey has $42 in her checking account and negative $65. How much does she have altogether? Altogether means we're adding these, right?
Oh, wait.
Nope, one's negative, one's positive. When our signs are different, we've got to find the difference. So our bigger absolute value minus our smaller absolute value, right? 5 minus 2. 6 minus 4. So we've got 23, but is she in the hole or is she positive? She's $23 in the hole. She owes $23. Negative $23. I know. I'm sorry. The water level in Mr. Jacobs' pond was negative 4 feet. And then it's dropping 13 feet. So we have negative 4 minus 13. Excellent. So it's getting more negative. Must be below sea level, right? Kira is playing a card game. Black cards are worth points, while red cards take away points. So if she has a black 20 card, that's positive, right? And we're combining those points with her red 42 card. So we're subtracting 42. This looks a lot like this one up here. We're taking our bigger number minus our smaller number. It's negative 22 points. Yep. Yes, this is all a review. Mount Everest is 29,028 feet above sea level, and the bottom of the Mariana Trench is 36,070 feet below. What's the difference between the two? So the difference means we're subtracting 29,028 minus a negative because it's below sea level. So what do we have to do?
Oh, I got it. It's 7,042.
Switch. No, we've got to add them up. Think of it as a picture. If you've got one at 29,000, just estimating, above 0, and we have one at 36,000 below 0, we have to add these up to find the difference, right? So I have 8 ones and 0 ones, so 8 ones. 2 10s and 7 10s is 9 10s. There are no hundreds. 9,000 and 6,000 is 15,000. So I'm carrying the 1. So 3 and 3 is 6. 65,098 feet between the two. I really got to stand in front of the light here in order to keep the window open. All right. A football team completed 3 plays. They gained 15, so 15, lost 12, minus 12, and lost another 3.
They have 0 players.
They're at 0 yards change. Right? 15 minus 12 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Here's another one. 23rd floor, and it's parked 6 floors underground. So we're finding the difference. 23 minus a negative 6. When I've got a negative and a negative, what do I have to do? Switch, switch. So I'm left at how many floors? The difference is 29 floors. Caitlin's flying to Alaska. When she boarded her plane in Texas, the temperature was 82 degrees. When she landed in Alaska, the temperature was -4. Find the change. Remember, when we find the change, we're finding the difference. So from 82 degrees, right, minus a -4. So it's going to take us 82 to get down to 0 and 4 more to get down to -4. So the change is 86 degrees. But we probably should have written it the other way. That's okay. It's 86 degrees less now than it was, right? That -4 sounds good right about now.
I think some possible right now, because I am 55.
You know what's good? Like,
A lake.
right by them.
Pecan.
I'll put- I'll put-
A shark. All right, a shark's being tracked with a fin tag. The shark is swimming steadily 32 feet below before ascending 5 feet and then, oh man. So we're starting at -32, ascending, going up 5, and then going down 13. So this is 2 parts. What's 32 minus 5? If we drew a picture, we're starting here, we're going up 5, and then we're going back down 13, right? Good. So -27 minus 13, our signs are the same. 40. Our signs are the same, so we're finding the sum. So see how we start at -32, we go up to -27 and then down to -40. That's our final. This is feet. Hey guys, stay with me. Lots of chatter back there.
I got some chocolate chips from
We're almost done with our notes, and then you're gonna take away our homework, right? Mr. Phillips' investment account lost $50, gained 200, and then lost 400. So it's losing, it's gaining, and then it's losing. So the total change, we're at 150 here, right? Minus 400. Remember, big minus little.
Right. It's on the other side. Thank you.
So we can't take 4 from nothing, so we've got to borrow. 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 1 is 2, so 250.
Guys, it's 250. I told you to sell that out. That was better.
Its change is negative $250. Here's another distance between the top of the mountain and oh man. So if its distance is this, we're gonna take this. So if we have 0 here, and this number is 642, this whole thing is 2,395. So we have to subtract 642 from it. 5 minus 2 is 3. 9 minus 4 is 5. 23 minus 6 is 17. That one wasn't that fun. 1,753 feet. Yeah, this side over here is a little harder to see. Hey. Nina, $40 in the bank. Writes a check for 63, deposits 80, and writes another check for 140. We're stringing these all together, right? So we're at negative 23, 63 minus 40, plus 80. What's 80 minus 23? 67? No, 7 minus 2 is 5. So 57 minus 140. So we've got to take the 140 and subtract 57. We've got to borrow. 13 minus 5 is 8. Positive or negative? Our bigger number is negative. So Nina's spending too much money. Negative $83 in her is her balance. The golfer who won the Masters tournament had final scores of. So we have to combine his final scores. -4 plus -5 plus -1 plus 4. Right, did you say -10 here? -10 plus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6, and we're more negative, right, Lucas? So there were 6 below par. Bless you. Well, you can't go. Now you're going to start practicing. So now we're going to try this page. Will I wonder?
It was not the move, okay? Let me look at it.
Then you just have to decide on your sign. They're the same sign. So give these a go.